Welcome to my animative channel. This is an ongoing experiment in which we're attempting to build a self-sustaining biome, an ecosystem in which life can flourish independently of the outside world, untouched by human hands. But unlike previous attempts, this one will be tiny, just 6 inches or 15 centimeters wide. In this series, I'll show you how we built this miniature world and what happens when we let nature take its course. Everything you see here has been made by hand. All of the rocks, soil, plants and even the water have been carefully arranged to support life. It might look simple, but there are some very delicate balances at play. At the core of this biome is a layer of gravel. It's surrounded by sand and soil, topped with small pebbles and finished with a layer of dead leaves. At first glance, it may not look like much, but each of these layers serves an important purpose. The top layer of dead leaves provides nutrients and organic matter to the system. As they break down, microorganisms will convert them into plant-available nitrogen. This process is slowed at first because the leaves are so fresh. However, as time passes, the leaves will become more decomposed, creating a nutrient-rich environment primed for plant growth. Below the leaves is the soil. In this case, a mixture of garden soil and vermiculite. This will serve as the medium for our plants and provide a habitat for all sorts of critters like worms and microbes. Below the soil is a layer of pebbles. These aren't just for looks. They serve an important function in allowing air to trickle down into the system. And below the pebbles is a layer of gravel. This is the lowest we can go with our water table. If we put soil directly on gravel, it would eventually wash away because there's no way for air to get down here. So we need to make sure that we leave room for air to permeate through the system. On top of the gravel, we placed a few large stones, then filled up our moat around the castle wall with water. This is our self-sustaining ecosystem. We've provided everything it needs to thrive on its own: food, water, air, sunlight and minerals. All we need to do now is wait and see what happens. The first thing that happened was that the plants began to grow. Over the next few weeks, they'll use photosynthesis to produce energy and begin growing roots to access the water table. Hopefully, their roots will grow long enough to reach down into the soil and access the nutrients we've provided. As the plants grow, they'll begin to shed leaves. Some will fall off completely, while others will decompose where they lie. Eventually, this organic matter will be broken down by decomposers such as bacteria and fungi. They'll convert the dead matter into plant-available nitrogen, which will hopefully fuel even more growth. Of course, we've set up a camera system to keep an eye on things. Over time, we'll be able to track the progress of this ecosystem, see how it grows and hopefully flourishes. And if anything goes wrong, we can step in and correct the system before any damage is done. This little biome won't stay small forever. As the plants grow, their roots will spread out and consume more of the resources we've provided. Eventually, they'll reach the edge of our container and begin growing upwards. Eventually, this miniature world will begin to spill over the edges and become part of the world outside. Of course, if we wanted to, we could move it to a larger container and continue the experiment. But that's a decision for another day. For now, we're happy to let nature take its course and see what happens next. Building a self-sustaining biome is an incredible feat of engineering. It takes careful planning and execution to ensure that all of the pieces work together as intended. But the payoff is worth it. When you see a thriving ecosystem in action, it's amazing to know that you played a part in creating it. And that's why we love doing this so much. We hope that you enjoy watching our biomes come to life as much as we enjoy making them. So subscribe to our channel and join us on our journey to discover the amazing world of self-sustaining ecosystems.